In 1 Corinthians 8:1, the Bible says, "What is really needed to build the church is love." What builds God's kingdom is not perfect behavior, intellectual knowledge, or even our own hard work. What builds ours and others' lives is simple: love. God's love changes our lives from the inside out, and then multiplies and expands into the lives of those around us, building something that extends far beyond ourselves. This is what happened to Irish Aglubat, a college student in Silicon Valley. She was searching for meaning and happiness, and nothing was working, when she happened to meet Dorrance Johnson.
She invited me out to get our nails done, and then invited me out to girls' night out.
As she began to understand that God's unfailing love could fill the void she felt inside, Irish decided to pursue a relationship with him and become a disciple. But she didn't stop there. She wanted everyone she knew, her family, her friends, and her coworkers, to know God's love too.
My parents, they've done a lot for me and my siblings. I wanted to do something for them, and I felt like I had the opportunity to do that with my relationship with God.
Irish fought tirelessly for her parents' faith, connecting them with other disciples, and even translating scriptures and whole chapters of the Bible into Tagalog to help them know God. Much to her own amazement, both of her parents became Christians last year. In summer of 2020, in response to the global pandemic, racial injustice, and darkness of the world around her, Irish decided to host a prayer night on Zoom where anyone could come and find a safe space to talk. Her friend and coworker, David Razzo, decided to join in. After seeing how much Irish had changed and how comfortable, open, and supportive everyone was with each other, David was inspired to study the Bible to know God himself.
I saw God's love through the people he put in my life. People who, even while I was pushing them away, they still cared for me. They still reached out. And it made me feel like how much greater is God, and his love.
As God and people built up his life, David felt compelled to build up others' lives too. He saw that his purpose was not just to find God. It wasn't just to meet his own needs. It was to build something far beyond himself, which led him to help his friend, David Cornelio, become a disciple as well.
I saw a lot of myself in him. It just compelled me to want to love because I know what it's like out there. It really helped me to better understand why I'm here.
Irish and David's story inspires us that it just takes one grateful, loving heart to create a ripple effect of changed lives. God's church grows as he develops the heart of a builder in each of us, with every decision to love building something that can far outlast ourselves.
God has definitely given me vision for my life to do so much more.
On August 28th, we will be having our annual special contribution to help our church build toward the future God has for us. Over the next few weeks, we will continue to share stories of how God is moving through each of you, building on the dreams God has put on your heart.